Welcome to the team. I'm your head of R&D. My name's Charlie. Please make yourself at home. You're going to be using this workstation pretty regularly over the coming months, so spend some time to get familiar with it. You should be able to access everything from messages to vehicle development.
Hello folks, and welcome to Paddock Pass, your pre-race edition for this, the inaugural round of the 2022 Formula One World Championship. And I've got to say, it feels great to be back. As is tradition, there is something of an air of a first day back at school on arrival here. But it's more than that, because the new era of Formula One has arrived. And with it, the eagerly anticipated new car regulations, which have been designed to help promote better racing. With clean sculpted lines, swooping rear and front wings, which should allow cars to follow each other more closely, new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres, the return of ground effect, and a reduction of aerodynamic physical adornments, the new cars look strikingly different, all while improving safety and pushing the limit of technical ingenuity. So then, which teams have interpreted the rules most effectively? And which drivers will adapt to their new car the quickest, leading the charge against the rest of the pack? Only time will tell. As always, we can't wait for this season to begin, but for now, from us, that's your...
So this first race of the season is always quite difficult for us trackside and for those back at the factory as well, as it's the first time the car has run since winter testing. The more consistent mileage you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Flawless, Norris, and Fernando Alonso. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action. And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Flawless, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Flawless lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Max Verstappen, and Russell. Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, and Esteban Ocon. Ricciardo, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda, and Joe. Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Alex Albon, and Sebastian Vettel. Latifi and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. So here we are in 2022 at the start of another Formula One World Championship. It all begins here, the start of the next generation of Formula One. With the end of the second turbocharged era, a new dawn begins. New regulations have been brought in to promote better racing, with the two big standout changes being the wheel size increase and the aerodynamics on the car itself. But will this result in us having a repeat fight for the Driver Championship? Will Mercedes retain their Constructors' title? We have lots to discuss then with Anthony Davidson, who's joined me in the commentary box for today's event.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Let's hope for some good racing today as well. We can't know at this point how competitive the teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody's able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
OK, let's convert this pole position into a win today. Good luck. when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. who are leading our teammate by 14.5 seconds. Final lap of the race. Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations, well done.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Let's have a quick look at how the driver standings have changed. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Flawless. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors. And Red Bull take over as championship leaders. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.